Adelai Brown, your heart coach, and we're getting some more heart talk on kineticalfire.com. All right. It is 11:31, and you are tuned into Heart Connections with your heart coach, Adelai Brown, on your community station with international inspiration, kineticalfire.com. How are you guys doing on this thankful Thursday? This is a day of gratitude. This is a day be for us to be appreciative and to honor and to give thanks for our lives, for even the smallest things in the world. Remember that. And this segment of Heart Talk, I'm going to talk a little bit about the opposite of gratitude, which would be which would be condemnation, ungratefulness, because many times in life, we mollycoddle the pains that we experience. You like that? You like how I put our word of the day in there? This segment of Heart Talk, which is the talk portion of our show, is brought to you by Help Save Me from My Broken Heart, Your Journey to Living and Loving Again. And you can pre-order your copy of Help Save Me from My Broken Heart at theheartconnections.com. Theheartconnections.com. We don't want to be one to mollycoddle our we don't want to be one to mollycoddle our pain. We don't want to be one to indulge in the dysfunction and discomforts that life will often bring about. So many times I found that people find a lot of comfort in being the victim. One of those people. I know that I have been guilty of that in my life because it's almost like you get a rise off of people feeling sorry for you. And when we're in a state of gratitude, complete opposite of wanting to feel sorry for yourself or be in the victims of the position of the victim. I don't want you to, I'm not trying to tell you to act like things aren't going on the right way in your life. But what I am telling you to do is look at how you view the pain and discomfort taking place in your life. Have you embraced it as a part of your identity? Have you? Because what I've found is many people who are not, it's not so much that they don't want to be grateful. It's not so much that they don't want to do, it's not so much that they don't want to be happy and they don't want to be fulfilled. A lot of people really believe in their hearts and in their minds that they cannot be, really believe in core of them that they don't deserve to be happy, that they don't deserve to be fulfilled. And when you have that feeling, you feel that way about yourself, you think that way about yourself, what happens is your life starts to reflect that. And in our lives reflecting that, we start to mollycoddle our dysfunction. We start to treat our dysfunction with excessive and absurd attention and to such a degree of indulgence. It's like we indulge in the pain. We indulge in being victims. We indulge in the dysfunction. And we have to get to a space where we, one, acknowledge that that's what we're doing. And two, make up in our minds that that is not what we're going to do. We're going to do something different. We're going to get involved in some new way. We are not going to sit here and focus so much on the chaos and focus on the confusion, but instead we're going to look for clarity. We're going to look for acceptance. We're going to look for order. I'm not looking at how hungry I am. I'm thankful for whatever meal I can get. No matter if it may not be something I like, but as my friend Shay Shay would say, shout out to Shay Shay, happy belated birthday to you. A stomach full is nothing but a stomach full. And sometimes we're so busy complaining about the fact that I didn't like what I had to eat. It didn't taste good, that we miss the fact that we need to be thankful that we have something to eat. Don't mollycoddle it. Don't indulge in foolishness. Don't put yourself in a position where you can't get out of the hole because you keep digging a deeper hole for yourself. That's what happens when we indulge in foolishness. So what? You may have come from a dysfunctional family. That does not mean that you have to continue to exist in dysfunction and raise your children in that. Don't mollycoddle that foolishness, but instead look at what's going on in your family. Look at what's going on in your community. Look at what's going on the inside of you and say, you know what? I'm going to do something different. I don't exactly know how this is going to work out, but I know I don't want to continue this cycle. If your mother was a teenage mother, you were a teenage mother, and now you have a teenage child, don't mollycoddle that pain, that line of dysfunction. Instead, give thanks that you have an awareness and you can see, hey, this is what we went through. These are the things that I've learned, and I'm going to apply what help me help my daughter or son get through so that they don't fall to the same pattern. We have to get to a space where gratitude is we want that just as bad. We want to live in a state of gratitude just as bad as we want to eat and just as bad as we want to breathe. We have to want to be happy. We have to want to that are going on in our lives. And many of us, it's like we're spiritual and emotional high by focusing on all of the negative things that are going wrong. I've had people that argue with me and get upset with me because I'm trying to focus on the good things in life. But no, they would rather what? Mollycoddle, I like this word, treat their dysfunction with an excessive or absurd degree of indulgence or attention. That's what that means. They would rather look at it and, oh no, you and I've tried so much and nothing works. And I've tried to do this and nothing works. And things go good for you, Adelaide, but they don't go good for me. Stop it. Stop. Don't even flatter yourself. That's not the truth. But I have made a decision in my life that I am going to strengthen my quality of thankfulness. I am going to focus on what is good in the world. That's all I want to focus on. I don't want to focus on the rest of that stuff. I've spent too much of my life focusing on all of the negative things going on in my life. I mollycoddled being a teenage mom. I mollycoddled going through life with a parent that was struggling with addiction and things of that nature. I mollycoddled the dysfunction that I was experiencing in my romantic relationships and other relationships with friends. I literally indulged in those things. Instead of indulging in the idea that things could get better, instead of indulging in the idea that I didn't have to be in dysfunctional relationships, I needed to indulge in something else, but not pity, not being the victim. And the problem with many of us, we can't help. It's almost like we feel like we can't help but wallow and just sit and stew in our dysfunction. You know why? Because that's all we know. Many people don't know how to think positive and think on a higher level. And I realize that that's a gift that I have because a lot of people don't have it. I mean, they have it. It's like a muscle that they don't work out. I like to use this example. I know that I have a six pack in my abdominal area. I know I do because I know that those muscles are there, because I know when I study anatomy and things of that nature that I possess those abdominal muscles there, right? But I've never put on a bathing suit and saw my six pack. You know why? Because I have not indulged in the activities that are required to make sure that that part of my body shows the way I would like for it to show. And for many of us, we indulge in the foolishness and we don't indulge in the things that will build us up. What I'm saying is, instead of me talking about, oh, I don't like my stomach and I don't like this and I don't like that, what I could do is start getting thankful for the fact that I have a body. I'm physically able to get up and I'm physically able to start working on myself. Give thanks, be grateful for those things, right? Thank God that I have those muscles in my body that I can work. But I don't need to talk so much about what I don't have. What I need to focus on is what I can do to obtain what I don't have. See, what we do is we focus on what we don't have, and we just go in this downward spiral of why we don't have it and how hard it is to get it and why nobody else around you has it and it doesn't even make sense to want it. When you could be spending that time focusing on the great things that are going on in your life and what you're going to do when things get better, and plan and prepare for it so that when the time does come, you'll be ready. We have to get past this place of pity parties, and we have to get past this place of knowing so much but still not getting anything done. Many people know what to do. Oh, I know I need to be thankful. Oh, I know I need to look at this situation differently. Oh, I know I need to do better. I know I need to find a different group of friends. I know I don't need to keep doing this. I know I don't need to keep doing that. You know a lot, but you're not doing it. Let's not mollycoddle. I like that word. Let's not mollycoddle our dysfunction. Let's not treat it with an excessive or absurd degree of indulgence or attention. I know some people that focus so much on the things that they do wrong, they never give any thought or energy to how they can make it better. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I've known people who struggle with addiction and things of that nature, and they would say things about how bad they were, not focusing on the good things about them. The thing about it is anything you focus on will magnify. So if you treat your problems with an excessive or absurd degree of indulgence or intent or attention, what's going to happen? Those problems are going to excessively increase because that's all you're focusing on. And on this Thankful Thursday, I want to encourage you to indulge in the thought of how good your life can be if you just focus on the little things. If you just focus on the good thing that you could get up this morning, you may have been faced with all kind of negative information. You may have gotten bad news, but guess what? At least you're alive to deal with it. And if you look back over your life, you got bad news before and you made it through. You went through some things, but you came out alive. And even if you were hurt or scarred in the process, you learned from it. That's what I want you to focus on. You learn from it and you could overcome anything. Just focus on the right thing. Don't indulge. Don't be excessive when it comes to you focusing on your dysfunction. Instead, be excessive when it comes to you focusing on believing in the great things that could happen for you. Your dreams coming true, your vision coming to pass, you living your life on purpose. Think about it. This has been Heart Talk with your heart coach, Adelai Brown, right here on your community station with international inspiration, kinetichifi.com. Make sure you pre-order your copy of the new book, Help Save Me from My Broken Heart, at theheartconnections.com. We'll be back with more. Our midday mix is coming up at 12. In the meantime, rise up with Andra Day. Let's rise up above all of that pity and feeling sorry for ourselves, because we're kings and queens and we must conduct ourselves like that. Think about it. Love y'all. Kai high five. All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much, my YouTube family, for tuning in live. We'll be back at 12:30 with more Heart Talk, but we're not going to mollycoddle this pain, are we? We are not going to indulge in it anymore. We're being grateful. We're expressing gratitude and thankfulness no matter what comes our way. Remember that. Remember that. So we'll be back with more. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and share with others who you think could benefit from this segment. Love y'all. We'll be back with more.